Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Mighty Misfit Menagerie, or Cast. This evening, we'll be playing about 2 hours Wild Beyond the Witchlight, followed by a brief intermission, and 2 hours of Candlekeep Mysteries, where we are on our next module, which is...
The Book of Inner Alchemy.
So yeah, stay tuned for that.
Mysterious.
In our last episode of the Wild Beyond the Witchlight, Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Yeah, you guys know how it's spelled.
I would just like to take a moment to interrupt you to say I'm really glad that the Bisons lost last night.
I don't know who that is.
It's fine. They know who they are.
This is our sports podcast. Wild. I was actually about to start with like a little bit of a recap of what happened, but I was like, well, that's Helena's job. I should just ask her. Helena, what happened last time?
Wait, we chased Endlin out of her own damn house. She popped out of here after we butchered her sister, and we're looking around the aftermath of the battle. We hear some people in the library like charging through. I'm like, oh shit, do we have more people we gotta defeat? But it just turns out it's Amador and Gleam and all the Korads and the Brigadoons. They're all together. Yay! We healed an ancient wound. And Cosmo too.
Yay.
So they start securing the tower. They're like interrogating people to see who's loyal to the hag. A lot of these weirdos like want to stay and keep putting on shows. So right on.
The show must go on.
Absolutely. Indeed. We short rest, then we plan to head down to free any last prisoners that might be around. We find this door, it's got no doorknobs, and when we touch it, Endelin's ugly ass face appears, and it's like a ghost version. She's like, wah, wah, wah. And Cody's like, yo, your mouth is like a portal. So like he makes her scream real loud, and then he jumps right through it. And it was rather
Percy
genius.
flew through as well.
Percy dove through too. They went into her mouth. And then it was great because there was Glister. She was waiting. The sisters reunite. They give us their masks. It's all good.
No, we decided canon that her name is Glimmer, not Glister. Right?
Gliss, whatever.
That GL lady.
It's not in the movie.
Glimmer and Gleam, or
Sisters.
Gleam and Glister. Like, one sounds good, okay?
I have to agree. So they tell us a little bit. There's like a belfry that's blocked off. That's the quickest way to get to our bonus dungeon, the Palace of Heart's Desire. There's that missing key. There was that scepter we didn't get. But that's okay. It was the key to this room. And so, yeah, so then we keep looking around. We find another door. It has a glyph on it. Cade touches it and it like forces them off the balcony. So it was an angry door. Geltra is able to get in. And it's a weird ass room with a bunch of puppets in it. They stay quiet. They stay still, but they do start chanting intruders, and we're like, we get it. There's a wardrobe that we explored. Turns out that like that's where Endelin was like holing up, and she could see through this weird eye. When she was inside it, she could see what was outside of it. But we raided all her shit. Cody got his sense of fashion back. We were missing that.
Really?
A little bit.
We find a cool wooden flying machine. There's also a desk that has a bunch of correspondences between the hags. There's mention of like some sort of cauldron that needs to be kept safe, which maybe is important. We party on, then we long rest, and we level to 7. Then the next morning, the Korads are like, yo, we found that secret entrance. So we go there, and it like, there's a bell. We ring it, and a bunch of cranes appear, prepared to be mounted. Is this their only job? I hope so. It seems interesting. We fly all around the realms, and we come to this beautiful palace. It's covered in a bunch of vine. We see a fucking green dragon. So we're going to have to deal with that later as it lands behind the palace. We come upon like a group of people. Who are these people? And they're like partying. Some of them are really still, and then some of them are chatting. Recapitated.
One's a bear.
Who are these people?
And then just from the chat, just real quick, Dan pointed out that the Book of Inner Alchemy was written by Daniel Kwan, who's also from Toronto.
Oh,
Dan from Toronto.
Do you know him?
That'd be pretty cool.
And 21
That's what I'm
watching on
supposed to
YouTube,
ask, right?
I would love if Dano was friends with Dan Kwan.
who could also be Dano in Toronto.
And honestly, Dan
Well, Dan K.
could tell us he knows
K
him.
in Toronto.
We don't know. Yeah. Yeah.
He could be Dank in Toronto. And if you're listening on podcasts or watching on YouTube, sorry, we're interacting with Twitch.
Yeah, so Dano, if you want to lie to us and tell us that you're friends with Daniel Kwan, we will believe you, as we just said.
He says, unfortunately, he does not. Because Dan is, if anything, an honest man.
Wouldn't he be an honest Dan?
His middle name is Integrity.
So he's Dan Io.
So make sure you bring
Danny-o.
that up during your candle keeping.
Danny O, Hotman.
That Daniel Kwan is from Toronto, but Dano doesn't know him.
Yes.
Okay.
We need both pieces of the detail.
Maybe I'll just have you guys know each other because I can do that.
All right, I'm the DM now.
I'm the DM. Well, I am in the DM chair. I write reality.
I enjoy that flex. I enjoy that flex.
I think DMing has gone to Helena's head.
As it should. You beat that shit up.
So as we find you all at the entrance to this garden, vine-covered gates behind you that seem to be closed, a pavilion to one side, as you said, with some folks chatting and enjoying some cakes, as well as a string quartet made up of badgers, and then in
Very
front of
cool.
you, what appears to be a henge of sorts made of standing stones creating a circle. It's pretty clear as you walk in that although the water makes up these rivers running on either side, and although it seems to be coming from and going to nowhere, it is not moving at all. In the distance, there's a fountain that would be appearing to pour water in, but upon closer determination, the water is all frozen mid-fall.
But not frozen as in ice, just frozen as in time.
Time. Correct.
Um,
Lovely trees, many of which bearing fruit, surround you, as well as flowers in various colors of the season.
So as we're dismounting from the cranes and sending them on their way, Cody's going to turn to the rest and kind of go, I often am very confused as to what we're doing, but this feels momentous. And if nothing else, I just would like to say that we've accomplished a lot more than we set out to. And no matter what happens going forward, I just want everyone to know that this was great. I liked it a lot.
Are we gonna
That was
die?
beautiful.
Probably.
We're not gonna die. This,
We've almost died several times.
right. But that ends probably after this.
I always forget you have such a way with words.
I do.
He is a man of few words, but he uses those few words quite well.
No, he's
I
a man
know.
of many words.
Yeah, I know many words.
And he talks a lot.
Well,
Part of that was true.
Wait,
Um,
is that what that means? I always thought they were insulting how many words I knew.
No, I think it has to do with how many words you say.
I thought that was ironic.
No.
I don't know.
Lactose?
I'm no professional.
Lactose?
Carly?
Loquacious.
That one.
Or that.
It seems the water's frozen in time.
Yes, it's just unnatural.
Additionally, while the fruit hanging from the trees has familiar shapes of apples, pears, and the like.
And lychee? Lychee?
Yes, and lychee as well. They are all in shades of gold and silver, glimmering.
Are they ripe?
How do you know if a golden apple is ripe? Oh, you're squeezing it. Oh, okay.
It
Yeah.
does feel
She is
like
palpating.
all of them feel,
Fumbling
in
through.
fact, perfectly ripe.
It smells normal?
Hmm?
I take a bite.
Were you going for a gold or a silver?
Gold.
Excellent. How much of it do you need?
A bite.
Just one?
Well, I guess I would eat the whole thing if
Okay.
nothing happens immediately.
Yeah, so after the first bite, nothing immediately happens. You do feel kind of a sense of warmth and almost a pleasant mental pressure.
I thank the tree also for that.
Kind of. The tree does not respond.
Okay.
But does rustle.
Is it sexual tension or
As you finish the apple,
like is the tree flirting with Solstice right now?
I can tell you that it does have wood. As you get a little past
Those
the
do.
halfway point in the apple, that feeling grows and changes until you get the feeling that you gained some sort of wisdom. And for your knowledge as a player, for the next 24 hours, you have advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Yay!
How good are these badgers?
They're playing very well.
Like, but is it like Regency well, or is it like they're slapping?
No, like Regency. It's very cool.
I'm very bored.
After
I would like to munch on a silver apple.
The silver apple. A silver apple. Silver apple.
I kind of look at Cade and Solstice and go, usually when I put things in my mouth, like as soon as we see them, you guys get mad at me. Should we eat these? And I'll grab a golden one.
Solstice seems like he enjoyed that apple. So, and I'm just like very meticulously eating it across, shifting it a little, eating it across.
Like corn?
It's got juice.
You feel, instead of a warmth flowing through you, almost a cool energy. And getting past that halfway point, it feels as if everything in your body is like puffed a little bit. And you have 10 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Hey.
As soon as I finish, I puff out my chest and I hold the core in my pocket for later to throw away at a proper receptacle.
Are there any trash cans here?
Not that you've seen.
Oh, okay. Any servants we could throw a trash at?
Just
are the geese still there?
is the what?
Are the geese still there?
Cranes.
They flew away as soon as they let you down.
Okay.
So if you eat the gold, you also get advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Sweet.
So the people that are talking, are they looking at us now? Have
No, they
responded
don't seem to have noticed that you're there at all. They're very engrossed in their conversation. Kind of as a little bit of a reminder from last time, 7 guests, one of them a talking bear, lounge around a picnic table covered with an emerald green cloth and laden with cakes, teapots, teacups, and cutlery. 2 of the guests are motionless and silent, but the others are engaged in a spirited conversation. At the back of the pavilion, a string quartet of badger minstrels plays delicate chamber music.
You did say delicate chamber music.
I'm imagining like a Four Seasons kind of deal.
'Cause
I,
that's relatable. We've all been to the Four Seasons and heard the.
Like the Vivaldi. Like,
We all summer in the Hamptons.
Before we move on to the pavilion, I'll look. So, what did you do with your apple core?
I ate it.
You ate it.
I
Okay.
ate the core too.
And I had my core too. My.
Sure, I'll eat that too.
what were you gonna say before?
I was just gonna say I am gonna inspect the henge if you guys intend to talk to those people. I think
I'll follow you.
Okay.
And I walk over.
Can I pick? Do you need that? I'll point
I
to the
don't-
core
I
of the
don't need
apple. Okay. I'll grab it and I will just make a little hole somewhere, put that in there, and then use Druidcraft to help it spring up.
Oh.
Any seeds that he had left.
While the trees around have general, green plumage for the most part, aside from these gold fruits, the sapling, as it begins to form, has a silver trunk and 3 yellow leaves unfold from it.
she's an artist.
I turned to Nicaid and Jeltra. I was like, should we show these badgers how to throw a party? I take out my violin.
I don't want to offend them.
I mean, I want to, if they're performing,
But their music is boring.
That's
it's different.
Which is everywhere else we go. We like show them how it's done. It's just like kind of been like our whole thing. It's like I'm holding my instrument. It's like our whole thing has been like we like take out our instruments and we like jam with people.
Right, but after we've gotten to know them a little bit, we don't know them.
maybe we start with talking, introducing ourselves, asking what's going on.
They're badgers, they don't speak.
I'm very freaked out that the water isn't moving, but looks like it should be.
Well, the palace is frozen in time.
Right, but the water.
Is frozen in
I
time.
hate the water.
Like, remember
It's
they
not
broke the
gonna come up
clock?
and get you. It's okay.
Remember, we found out about this at the beginning. They broke the clock, and so
Yeah.
now time doesn't move.
Right. But my brain, I don't. Do I still drown in that, even if it's not moving?
Probably not. It
How
would be
close is
solid.
how close is the nearest piece of water?
It wends on just the other side of the pavilion.
Okay. Can I walk up to the edge of the river?
Sure.
Okay.
Not into it, I assume.
Not into
My
it.
bad.
Just to the edge of it, and then is there anything growing in the water? Any plant life, algae?
You do see like frozen fish. Just like kind of mid. Some of them you can even tell that like their muscles are contracted, as if they're like in the middle of moving, just as they're just
Okay.
frozen. There is natural plant life as far as weeds and whatnot growing underneath, and there appears to be a stone bed.
Okay. I will take a stick or twig close by to me and just poke the water and see if it actually is malleable.
It has the seeming consistency of a soft dough. As you poke it, it just kind of, and then it rebounds once you remove it.
Oh, well.
So while she's doing that, I've been left mostly alone with a bunch of fancy people, and Cody thinks he's fancy because he wears fancy clothes. So I'm going to just roll in and sit down at the table with them.
I am one person. Walk away. You have not been mostly left alone.
I just hear
Oh, dang
right now. You hear as you walk in this animated argument where two of the guests are basically saying, "It is absolutely absurd that you would think to put clotted cream on after the jam. You're going to make a disastrous mess. It's too thin, too thin. You start thin and you go thick." And the other side is arguing the exact opposite. Although they don't seem really angry, but they each are holding firm on the order of which you dress the scone.
To be honest, the scone being porous, thin, too thick makes more sense because the thin would be absorbed, whereas if you put the thick down, it's just going to run right off the side.
See, this is what I'm saying. And it's the bear that responded to you. And then turns and goes, "Oh, welcome.
Hello, I'm Cody Lilac. I've just arrived by Crane.
Oh, Bodger.
Bodger.
This is Megere."
I shake Bodger's hand.
Really close it.
I know. I just kind of grip the like little toe bean. You know what I mean? Like it's like the Spectre one. You know what I mean? I just kind of grip that and then shake.
It's bad.
Wait, are you here for an audience as well?
No. We've been chasing evil hags across Prismere, and we believe one of them may have escaped to here, and we're here to end her life and her legacy.
Oh, we'll have to let the good hags know about that.
Well,
And
yes.
be allowed to continue.
I would love to meet the good hags, actually.
As
Bit of an oxymoron.
Well, Cody doesn't know.
Or perhaps a witch is a better way to put it.
Good.
The lady of the castle.
Oh, who's the good witch of the castle?
Sibylla?
Oh, we are looking for her. I'm with her granddaughter.
Oh, lovely.
Don't know that.
Oh, I thought we
Nope.
found that out at the...
We have no clue.
Oh, no, I thought when we did the poking thing. Okay, never mind. I didn't say that.
Okay.
Gift of gab.
This is Sumai. He points to
Sumai?
A gentleman dressed in farmer's clothes. He's from a place called Toril. This is Lord Eld. There's a very well-dressed high elf, faultlessly polite as he bows at your invitation, takes your hand. Obal Ob, and it's a dwarf holding his head under his arm. He goes, "Oh, good to see you all. Welcome.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
The cakes are lovely." Beats his head. And
I spend entirely too long waiting to see where the cake comes out.
it doesn't.
Okay, but I clock it. I'm saying, you know what I mean? Like I'm like, is it gonna come out of the bottom of his head?
You're waiting for up
Yeah.
on the floor. Okay.
And Majira de Alzi, she's from some place with clock things. They tick.
Oh, Pepperon.
Yes, he's not been able to figure out the word for it yet. Poor thing cannot remember damn names.
Eberron is a beautiful country.
It is.
Yes. The very concept of having people who don't poop and are made of wood is fascinating to me.
Warforged.
Yes.
Okay. She has a magic quill that scrawls out absolutely everything that she says and is placed on the table with a pile high sheets of parchment, and it continues to write throughout the conversation.
I always felt Warforged was rather aggressive name, though. You know what I mean? Like, why? I mean, Eberron is no longer at war. Couldn't they be peaceforged now?
Traditions. Hard to break.
Toril, you say? Whereabouts? I'm from originally from the Moonwood.
He has under his arm a pumpkin that keeps trying to bite him every time he gets his hand anywhere near it. So he keeps kind of tossing cake at it, and it eats it, and then spits it out.
Because it doesn't want it.
You should try a muzzle.
His head's a little bit of a weird shape, if you don't ask me. But just we're from just south of the city.
Which city?
The only one, big one. Waterdeep.
Oh, there's more than one city.
It's the big one. If they say the city, you know where they're talking about.
I mean, one could argue that Baldur's Gate is just as large.
One could argue, and one would be wrong.
I mean, I feel like that's an opinion.
While that conversation is happening, I'll have inspected the water and turned around. Have you? Oh, I'll notice you're talking to them. I'll walk up to the group.
Having actually quite a lovely conversation.
Like,
I myself am a bit of a planeswalker. Dabbled here and there, all over the place.
That's lovely. The elf says, and getting a closer look at Lord Eld. He's a statue,
Oh,
but able to move and not really have any problems with it.
are you some kind of elf warforged?
No, I'm from Earth. Earth.
That's Elementster's neck of the woods, yes?
Oh, he does run amok. Yes, no, I was wild magic. It's the whole reason I'm here. Each of us have our own little thing we're trying to do.
Oh, so you guys are all here to hope Zybilna will help you.
Yes, Sumai there, the farmer you were speaking with, his pumpkin kept eating his livestock, but he doesn't want to hurt it.
Oh, okay. And I kind of wave to Jeltra. I like to come and sit. And make sure you put the clotted cream on first before you put the jam. It's a whole thing. We're taking a stand.
but jam first is just you get the sweet.
Jeltra. Don't embarrass me.
I am a statue. Obal, well, he's got his head in his hands.
I'll look around and I'll wave to anybody
Bodger
else in
is,
the group that I see and try and flag them over.
Before he can finish, I go, Bodger is perfect in every way.
Well,
In a flirtatious tone.
I had a curse put on me by a cruel river spirit. Presented me eating its fish. So I'd like that restriction removed.
You know, actually, I'm in a similar situation. My husband, love of my life, we asked to be together because he was a unicorn at the time. And now I'm afraid he has been cursed with a mortal life as opposed to...
I'm trying to get out of an arranged marriage too, since the Eberron.
Well, I'm trying to get into an arranged marriage. It's similar, but...
Do you want mine?
Is it with my husband?
I don't think so. Unless...
Then probably not. Well, do you have pictures?
Do you have portraits?
This is Hogus and Zurash. They don't speak. The other two just completely frozen.
This is
How did that-
Jeltra. What's your last name again? I would know.
Sagevale.
Sagevale.
No, Thistlewing.
Thistlewing. And the bunny fellow with the badgers, that is our friend Decade.
The badgers all stop and bow upon being acknowledged and then go back to playing.
And then my husband, and I point out, my husband's the large, incredibly beautiful one over there with the white hair, with our other associate Percy and his warforged hamster.
Wait, this makes sense now. The farmer turns and says to the rest, and he reaches over to the table where there are several parcels, and he picks it up and hands it to you. And on the parcel, a thin, long box, it has a card on the front of which is all of your names.
Solstice, Percy,
Big Jago.
we have a gift. And I immediately open it without any consideration.
There is a note on it in Draconic that reads, "Many thanks. May fortune smile upon you. Yours, Sir Talabot."
Yay! I
Inside
love it.
is a chime of opening.
I do not. Chime of opening.
And I just immediately know what that is.
I would say that more than likely Percy,
I didn't come on.
okay, and Jeltra likely would.
Okay.
Jeltra with our eldritch knowledge from beyond the stars.
Yep.
Yeah, you don't know why you know what it is. You know what it is.
There's just
That is
a
a
tentacle
beautiful-
thing in your mind whispering to you the knowledge.
Chime of opening.
So just for your knowledge, it's a...
I do not.
You don't think I?
You do?
But he's
You're
not
not
over there. He did not come
Oh, so
with.
yeah, you just see all of your names written on the front and then something written inside.
Oh.
Um,
Did you put the sleeve aside or the note aside?
I'll hand it to you.
Okay.
It's polite at a party.
um,
Oh.
the chime of opening is
I speak
like
Draconic.
this. And it is a hollow metal tube, 1 foot long and weighs 1 pound. You can strike it as an action, pointing at an object within 120 feet of you that can be opened, such as a door, lid, or lock. The chime issues a clear tone, and one lock or latch on the object opens, unless sound can't reach the object. If no locks or latches remain, the object itself opens. It may be used 10 times, and after the 10th time, it will become useless.
Oof.
I open the note. As I read it, I go, "Oh, Sir Talavar.
Who is the old son of a gun?
Well, he left us this gift."
Oh. Well, it's an appropriate gift considering, how we met.
Truly.
That would have been very helpful for him.
Yeah. We tried. And I tell the story to the courtiers. I'm having so much fun. Like Cody's just having the time of his life.
They're each of them still having scones and tea, and passing it around to those of you that come up.
thank
One
you.
more tea.
Was there any
Well, it seems like that would be useful for him as well.
was there any writing on the henge or any
So-
clues as to what it's for?
Turning to the two of you, 12 moss-covered standing stones form a ring in the middle of a small clearing. An arcane sigil is inscribed on the inward-facing side of each stone, and the space between the stones is free of vegetation.
Interesting.
Can I investigate the
Probably
rings?
need to. Yeah, I don't know much about this.
Solstice pushes one over, summoning this rat.
14.
You get the idea that these have something to do with conjuration, but you cannot quite tell what.
Step inside the circle.
Don't worry, I'll come help you.
Nothing happens.
I don't know what it does.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Okay. I go check out the water too. I put my hand in it.
Excellent.
I want to keep chilling around these.
Okay, I'll leave you by then.
Investigate
But,
it.
Solstice, does that look acceptable location-wise as far as where you would have gone?
Sure.
All right. Getting to the edge of the water, what do? You see similarly that there's now kind of an open area with some lily pads, and you can see the fish all frozen in motion as well.
So I try to put my hand in the water. I will try to touch one of the fish gently.
It is
If I
like
can.
getting your hand to the water, it does feel like pushing into a ball of dough. And it does kind of just form up around your hand. You can see through it, but it takes a lot of effort to get very deep. You can reach and touch the fish. It moves the fish slightly as you touch it. And you are able to recede your hand easily.
Very unnatural.
In the
What if the
area-
fish lives?
In the area where you stand, willow trees encircle a sheltered pond. Lily pads dot the mirror-like surface of the water, and hungry dragonflies dart about, feeding on motionless fireflies that form an unmoving cloud above the still water.
Beautiful.
You touched this pond. A delicate hand made of water, black as winter's night, silently breaks the surface.
Oh.
The hand clutches a crown made of silver needles. Below the hand, under the surface, a school of shimmering black fish takes on a vaguely humanoid form.
I greet you respectfully, being of frozen river.
No response. It just holds out the crown.
I'm going to try to take what I feel like you're offering me now, so I try to take the crown.
Yeah, if you walk on the water, it does kind of waterbed beneath you,
Weird.
but you can make your way over and take the crown.
And do I see the rest of its body?
Underneath, it kind of depends on the angle. It's almost like looking at a hologram, where it kind of shifts. In one side of it, it looks just like a school of frozen fish. And as you walk around, you see a body holding out its hand.
It's like one of those art exhibits where, like, depending on how you look at it, the shadow is like a shape.
Exactly. Do you take the crown? It is difficult to handle because it...
Needles?
Yeah, it pricks you. It doesn't seem to deal damage, but it's very uncomfortable. You hear in your ear the beginning of whenever, the end of ever after, the start of an age, the final of every moment, the first in history.
Is there any way you can display that on the
I cannot display it on the
Okay.
screen, but I can text it.
No, that was what Solstice was saying. Like as the words were coming in, I was like, "Oh no!"
I guess Solstice should
This
make
is
an
important,
intelligence
isn't it? But
check.
I don't think I'm going to be able to remember any of this. I return to the group holding the crown. Do I put it on? I don't think so.
You notice that coming back from the river, and I've just texted it to all of you. Oh, that's not the right group chat. That's random.
To be fair, I think it would be fair to make Solstice make an in check to see how much they remember, but
One moment. Okay, so now you'll have it. So when you get back to the shore, which you are able to do without much difficulty, after a minute, the discomfort of holding the crown becomes unbearable, and you have to put it down.
Okay. I put it down. I don't think that. I don't.
are you accepting jewelry from objects in nature again?
I don't know. I just when I think this place can't get any weirder.
Have you gone over the pavilion?
Yeah.
I'll go over too.
That is by far the most uncomfortable thing I've ever seen.
It was. I couldn't even bring it all the way over here. What use is a crown like that? It also said some sort of probably a riddle, poem, maybe.
In your mind?
I've forgotten it completely already. Yes.
I turn to...
You heard it whispered as if a gentle voice on the wind.
I heard it as if the gentle wind was whispering it into my ear.
I turn to the rest of the party and go, should we be concerned?
Paige stops with a pastry in his hand with jam on top, and then the thinner. As he's spreading over, he goes,
She's doing it to annoy me.
"No, the jam acts so that way it doesn't soak in and does lose itself. Thus, you get all full."
I mage hand knocked the skull from his hand. What happened? Oh man, the bugs. The bugs in this area.
I've made chant.
Yeah. Through my swarm. So it's literally just like a little swarm of insects just knocks it out of your hand.
Cade, everything's been delicious at the table. The tea, the cakes, everything. As soon as this scone rolls outside of the awning of the pavilion, it rapidly molds, crumbles, and turns into dust.
Weird.
Everybody else saw that, right?
So what?
I grab a scone and go, "Does anyone mind if I take another?"
No, have at it.
And I just take it and I just. And
Why would you do
That's
that?
so rude.
Watch it.
As it rolls out of the tent, mid-roll, it becomes moldy, crumbles, and turns to dust.
That's
And
gross.
2 more stones
Eats
appeared on the table, fresh and warm.
Does anyone else worry about what's going to happen inside of our stomachs as soon as we exit this tent?
Maybe a little bit.
Percy grabs a scone, breaks it in half, dips it into the clotted cream, smashes it together.
Yes.
There is silence and a gasp from around the table.
It's really good. What?
Just get out.
Very inventive.
Compromise at last! One's not going first, and they both go on at the same time. And they all now begin immediately going into a discussion of how to apply the jam and clotted cream to the sides of the scone as a new argument breaks out.
It's a scone.
I do this. I grab another one.
There is the sense that these.
So I guess we're not worried about them
Apparently
rolling in the
not.
stomach anymore.
Well,
I mean,
no,
that that 8 of them have left the tent yet. So
they're already inside of us.
don't disagree.
should we
Though,
put
can
on
we
the crown?
talk about this potentially evil crown?
Oh,
It whispered a riddle to Solstice.
how did you acquire this? Who gave this to you? Where did
A
this come from?
strange black being in the water gave it to me.
Oh, like a shadow?
I don't know. Fishes were swimming around it, and it was hard to see
Wait.
details.
In the water. But you can barely even, I mean, the water, it was like dough.
I saw you
Right.
walking on it.
I touched it, and then then the hand came out, and so then I walked across the surface, and it seemed to be offering the crown to me, and so I took it. It did not speak back to me.
I will reach and try and pick it up so I can do an arcana check.
Chelsea,
on the-
let's remember that you already once dabbled in horrible ancient knowledge, and it turned out great, but that won't happen every time.
Well, I also tried a hat on and then it tried to eat me, so.
I will mage hand the crown over to you.
Just gonna set it between us.
Okay.
As soon as you touch it, it's like, it hurts. It's so uncomfortable. You did notice, though, that while all the other fishes were frozen, the ones that seemed to made up that form, while not swimming like normal fish, did not appear to be frozen. They were kind of just gently
Ghost
swaying
fish.
within the water.
Okay. Relay that.
Ghost fish.
While he
ghosts?
was touching the crown, did Percy hear anything?
No.
We got a few minutes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh.
You hear the same riddle. The beginning of whatever, the end of
finale.
every after, the start of an age, the final of every moment, the finale of every moment, the first in history.
What? That's not helpful. I almost on the ground and virtually cast it. That's everyone's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The conversation continues as they seem to have now switched teams, whereas before you saw that the farmer and Lord Eldor on one team, Obal Ob, Bodger, and Majira were on another. Now, Sumai, Bodger are on the same team, and the rest are on the separate. And it is over which side of the scone should get which ingredient. They have clearly been here for a very long time.
Half hearing that, I'll say, you could alternate.
But then which order do we start with?
Or just tear it into chunks and throw it in a bowl and make a trifle? I don't know.
These
You're
are
identified.
not problems.
New argument over which layers
Oh,
to try.
my God.
All the while, the Badgers are still playing?
Yes.
Okay. I will sit and just listen to Badger
B
music.
starts.
Sit with him.
B is first. B is for buttercream. It comes first in the alphabet. That's what should come first.
But it's clotted cream.
These are matters of the heart.
Versus Jam.
Versus Jan. Versus J. It's still.
Alphabetical order. Alphabetical order. Which alphabet? And then they begin on that.
I
You see
fear
that
it did more
the,
harm than good.
the two frozen folks are a Strongheart halfling and an orc war chief.
Also, which kind of gem is it?
Yeah.
Is it an apricot gem? Because then that would come before C.
That's true.
Well, in common, not chronic.
Because in Draconic,
Comes after. Our draconic is real weird. Yours is better.
So Cody is very stupid. Can I make a d20 roll to see?
Nope.
If what?
Well, so. Never
No,
mind.
because you don't know this, because Cody's stupid.
I'm just saying.
No.
that-
6.
Nope.
Now, what's your negative?
Well, I'm just saying I got mud pies. Can't it just be like idiot savantism?
No.
Then what's the point of having a low intelligence?
Where did you?
score?
What did you? Did you figure something out?
Maybe. The beginning of whenever, the end of ever after. WR.
You can make a straight intelligence roll with your negative to intelligence.
Okay. 8. Nope. Never mind.
Doesn't make a lot of sense.
I don't know.
What happens?
When you identify it?
Yeah.
It is a crown that belongs on the head of
The Lich King.
the Lich King. No. It belongs, come on, buddy. Come up here and tell me what
You
you
said
want.
no.
It belongs on the head of a Gorgon.
Well,
And you get the sense that this is not the crown's only form.
Huh.
Wait, the Gorgon is in the bull? Or do they mean like a Medusa Gorgon?
The identify points out a metallic construct.
Okay. I was just asking because in D&D, Gorgon is different than like classic Gorgon. So that's why I was like,
So, like, more the bull, but if
Yeah,
it's something about a bull, it just describes a
yeah.
metallic
I
construct.
think it was more for Rio than anything else. Like, are they trying to like switch it up on us? Because Theros does exist.
it's supposed to go on a Gorgon?
Which kind?
There's multiple?
Well, it depends on if you're from Theros or not. And I kind of like look to the group as if one of them might be from Theros.
All of them are like,
Theros.
You know,
You remember Theros? That nice bull man that we met?
It always smelled nice.
Yes. Well, that lion man that we met.
Great hair.
do you,
Gorgon, anyway. What?
does anybody know of a Gorgon here?
That's very strange. And why would the being in the water give it to me?
To be honest,
To
everyone
return it to a Gorgon?
everyone here at the pavilion is from out of town. So,
Oh.
are there any locals?
well, badger.
Modern? You're a local?
Badgers.
Oh,
The
the Badgers. Oh, man. I mean, but they're
Are they?
just the hell. But
The what?
Should we make our
they're here
way?
performing. They're making a wage, I'm assuming. Are you guys making a wage?
What?
Oh, are you being paid?
Oh, we are being paid in room, board, and kindness.
Okay, I will go and give them. I have like 10 gold pieces from my starter, so I will drop some coins. In like, I will take a cup from the table, put it near them, and I'll drop some coins.
Like they're busking?
All the other guests kind of look at each other, and each of them take out some coins and add it.
But do they leave the pavilion?
Hmm?
What happens if they leave the pavilion?
The guests or the?
The guests.
Oh, nothing really.
Okay.
Yeah, they just. I mean,
I
they
also
all
had
for a moment
scones.
They reach out their hand and drop the coins.
Okay. Well, I'm just wondering if they've been frozen there or stuck there in the pavilion. Do they have they also been somehow affected by time where they start aging?
Botcher's too
Like-
smart for that.
Their hand like wrinkling.
None of them seem unaffected
Okay.
by X-ray.
Has anybody noticed anything? I mean, I know that we've been in very deep and serious discussion about clotted cream
And jam.
and jam. Thank you. Apologies.
Technically scones.
Scones. But this is all a very unusual area. The water doesn't move. There's a henge just that way. What's going on
Not to
here?
mention the crown pond.
The Crown Pond.
Roger says, "Oh well, I was the first here, and it was already like that."
See?
How long
There
ago
you
was
go.
that?
I'm not sure. It was me, and then Majira, and then Sumai, then Lord Eld, then our headless friend here.
Does the headless friend talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the one that was eating the scone.
I don't think you are. No, you're not.
You don't ask when somebody
And when I was here, I was just told to wait, as was everybody else.
Oh,
Who told you to wait?
Who?
now who's being rude?
Well, I
Well,
guess
just no one's
that's
told us to wait
true.
yet.
These two, pointing at the frozen folks, were here when I arrived. But they haven't really done anything since.
Probably has to do with their curse.
Can I inspect the two that haven't moved, the two frozen individuals?
Sure.
Can I do an investigation?
Go ahead.
We'll assist you.
Okay, thank you. 21.
They appear to be frozen in time. You can see that like one was in the middle of reaching for a teacup, and the other is holding a scone.
Okay.
They have been waiting here. The rest of them explained that they've been waiting here to speak to one of the builders' representatives as a servant. Let them know that she'd be with them shortly.
Oh,
An indeterminate amount of time ago.
okay. And then just very overtly, and so everyone can see, I'm going to do either of the people, the frozen individuals, have anything in their pockets, anything, I will return anything that I find to where it went. But just trying to see if they have any possessions that might help us to understand what's going on. I'm not pilfering.
I know. It's just Cody's just like I will guide the conversation away from Jeldra, thinking that she is pilfering them. So can I make like a performance to try and distract everyone while she robs them?
Rob them.
That's just my interpretation.
Sure.
Okay. You want me to make the joke?
Yeah. Because of the way that Jelter kind of announced that she was doing this, all of them are very focused on her because they never thought to look at or really touch these people before because they never participated in the conversation.
Yeah.
You find that Majira found them a little rude.
I would agree with Majira, honestly.
In the male halfling's pocket, you find a bill of debts that is seemed to be run up quite high in the name of Holgus Pinsworth, and that he was from Teldore, based on the listings locations of the debts.
Well, this individual seems to be named Hogus. What was it? Pillsworth? Pinsworth. From Teldore.
There's also,
like the tiefling. Wasn't she from Teldore?
she was.
Yeah.
And there's also a few gambling chips in one of the pockets, as well as thieves' tools in a nondescript pouch on his waist.
I'll tuck those all back in.
The other is a female orc war chief, and she is strapped with weapons.
Okay.
And you find upon her basically a decree that Zurash is no longer the leader of this tribe of orcs from Eberron, and that she has been replaced.
Zurash. Okay. So.
Ganache is now ruler and chief.
Dang it, Ganache.
Chocolate or
Not
Did you
spelled the
say?
same.
Did you say Eberron?
It appears so.
I point to the other Eberron person.
And that's Majira.
Majira.
Put it back in wherever she had it stored.
Zurash is a name I've heard in passing. A rather powerful leader of an orc tribe. They were patrolling one of the wastes when. Well, that's the last I heard.
Do you remember when Gadash went missing?
Zurash?
Or Zurash?
I hadn't heard that she was.
Well, apparently she's here. And I'll gesture to her.
A real war chief in my presence. This is fascinating. And she tries to talk to Zurash and offer her still
I
war chief.
think they might be under a curse that they cannot move.
Somebody should do something about that.
I
That's what we
think
did come to do
I think
eventually.
we might,
Yeah.
and we might get back to that.
Yeah.
Not that it hasn't been lovely.
I wish to exploring more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to get anything here.
I contemplate taking a scone with me, and then I'm like, wait, no. And I put it back.
Where would you like to go?
Where are we doing with the crown?
We should bring
You
it
can put
with
it on a
us.
tree branch.
Is the
That
crown big enough to where I could thump it over my top hat?
You could stick it into the top hat.
Would
Okay,
it ruin
let's
the
just do
top
that.
hat with the
Okay,
needles?
we'll leave holes in the top hat.
Excellent.
It'll
This
stick.
is my traveling top hat.
Okay. So Solstice says she reaches up with the branch and places it on, and
I could choose mage hand as well. If you don't want to risk touching it again, my love.
I don't care.
How heavy is it? It's the crown.
it is.
It's anything like 5 pounds, right?
It's not super heavy. It's
Okay.
yeah. It is. It seems like it's made of delicate metal.
It's really heavy
Mage
in the
hand
way
is
that it
10
sings.
pounds.
Yes, heavy is.
I was
So
just thinking, heavy as the head.
yeah. In what's the word?
Heavy list that.
In difference, your head is now incredibly heavy.
Yeah.
The ground itself. Where would you all like to go?
Back to the henge,
That
I
way.
think. Okay,
Oh, wait.
Towards the northeast.
I'm
northwest
following.
corner.
Okay.
Did
Shall we
he
go
actually
to-
point that way though?
I don't know. Northeast or northwest?
I thought he got his. No, he hasn't gotten his sense of
This one.
direction.
Well, I'm saying as Hank, that's the direction that Percy
That's what I was
Okay.
asking. I was like, is
No.
it Percy or
Percy starts going this direction.
Coming in this direction, there is a marble fountain that rises from a plinth on the bank of the stream, overflowing with time-frozen water that spills from the mouths of sculpted animals. The frozen spray surrounding the fountain creates rainbows in the air around it.
Is the water actually flowing?
Nope.
Did-
Frozen as well.
Okay, frozen.
This is weird.
It
Yeah,
is.
We need to free Sabelna.
I think it. Yeah, I think her being frozen in time is frozen a lot more.
We learned a while ago that is what is letting the hags hold power, right?
I believe so.
So we've defeated some of the hags, and then once we release Zabelna, then all will be restored. We'll have basically saved the realm.
Maybe that's why some of the people at the pavilion were unfrozen, is because they've.
Because they got here after the freeze. After the incident.
Well,
Fools.
as if memory serves, which it rarely does,
And I'll look away.
the hags cursed the. I remember it as they broke a clock, and now everything's frozen here. So I don't know if killing the hags would necessarily fix that.
So we still have to fix the clock or fix
I think
whatever
so.
was done.
But sometimes my mind explains things to me in a way that is wrong.
Percy,
So
you
I-
know how to fix clocks, don't
Yeah.
you?
I look at Percy and I go, would repairing some sort of idol restore balance, or do we have to create a new?
We're in the Feywild. I don't.
Hmm.
Stuff's weird.
You were looking at the henge, at the stones. Is there
Nothing.
anything interesting there? No.
You know, I can't help but wonder what all of this has to do with the Witchlight Carnival. We've yet to find any direct connections other than the lost people,
Well,
right?
Mr. Witch and Mr. Light were letting the hags workers take kids from the carnival.
Yeah, because they're sketchy.
What?
Hmm.
Right.
The Witchlight had a clock. That doesn't have anything to do with here, though, right?
But what were Mr. Witch and Mr. Light benefiting?
Sketchy.
Hmm.
I will remind
Oh,
everyone
geez.
that Mr. Witch and Mr. Light gave
Are sketchy as hell.
me, Nicaid, and Solstice a home cost-free for, at least for me and Solstice, for 10 years with no sketchiness whatsoever.
And then kidnapping started and they're doing nothing about it. But that's fine.
And as your group devolves into conflict, we'll take a break. Welcome back. When we left our
Exactly.
when we left our we will never live level this podcast. When we last left our heroes, they were discussing what to do with the information they have gathered thus far and where to proceed to. They had just found a frozen fountain, and were standing at this little.
And in the river.
It's a peninsula.
Just
Well,
around the river bend.
We just walked up to the fountain on the plinth.
Yes.
And were we gonna need to look at that more?
You can see kind of across the river, there appears to be an axe stuck into a tree stump, as well as a rose garden ringed by a fence.
Open rose garden. Does it mean dead bodies?
Are they red roses? Or...
Do they have webs on them, Coulter?
From where you are, it's hard to really make out exactly what's going on over there. You'd have to get closer.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions.
Wait,
Why are you
All
afraid
your
of questions?
did the circle of stones over there not?
It doesn't do anything.
Really?
No.
Okay. There's no
Seems
bridge over
odd.
there.
Maybe it doesn't work because the magic is frozen?
That's
Probably.
possible.
Yeah.
Like I said, it doesn't do anything.
Doesn't do anything now.
Should we? I think I see a bridge.
Do we see a
I
bridge?
see the bridge.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, this is all. It's a very open area.
Okay.
Is the water in the fountain also frozen?
Yes.
So, like, if I put my hand, does, like, the water fall or does it go through it?
No, when you touch your hand to it, it like has that same soft doughy feel.
So, but if I break that soft dough completely, does it, like, slump over or does it?
Nope, there's like a frozen opening between the two pieces of water.
That's so weird.
Like if you did this, if you like had your all 5 fingers
Can I
laid
make-
out.
Can make a snowball out of the water from the fountain?
Sure.
And chuck it at children?
So
Oh, God.
it forms into the shape of a circle, and then as you throw it through the air, it liquefies and then just drenches Chelsea.
Very curious.
So you now know that removing water causes it to become water again.
How rude of you, Cody.
I thought it would be like a
Everyone at
snowball.
And you fell through it?
Apparently,
No,
Very
just don't worry
curious.
about it.
Very curious. What one of you?
I do the shake thing.
I would like to dodge the water ball.
Make a dex check. We'll make this a contested dex check.
Not 20.
You wasted that one big time.
Contest his dex check.
Yes.
Do I need to make another one?
Oh no, he didn't roll for your first one.
Oh, okay.
So you need a
Just
nat
straight
20.
dice. Just straight
They
down.
rolled worse.
You need a nat 20 plus 5.
Oh yeah, this is not Paige. Paige is not as dexterous.
nope.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, so it misses Cody. And then
I
The
turn to
ground
both of them and go, now who's wasting water?
Smart thinking. Let us go to the bridge.
Start walking to the bridge.
And then I will cup a little ball and just sip on it.
Yes.
Because now that I know it turns into water, you can sip a globe of water.
It's almost like the snack we just had.
Yes.
Squeezing bite.
are you was the water that you're drinking from the fountain or from the river?
Yeah, because I'm assuming fountains is what you drink from, not the...
Go ahead and make an intelligence save.
Are you fucking kidding?
Oh no.
You didn't describe the fountain in a... This is a dangerous thing
We
way.
did describe the fountain in the first half.
I'm so happy.
A saving throw, you
My
say?
mouth was closed when he threw that at me.
You have-
Just saying.
You have advantage on it? Is it wisdom? No, it's intelligence.
Intelligence.
Yeah, just making sure.
Negative
Wow.
1.
Oh no.
Coulter has left the building. That's how bad this was.
Me, why does this always happen to me?
Your intelligence score drops to 3 for 24 hours. Gain the following flaw, which supersedes any conflicting trait. I have the disposition of a wild animal.
With a 3, you can't speak.
So you can grunt, growl, make other.
Can I still use my darts?
I mean, those don't go off your intelligence.
Okay, so it's just intelligence-based things.
Your intelligence is a 3.
I take a sip from the water and then immediately start taking off my clothes and like rolling around on the grass.
What are you doing?
Sarsaparilla!
Sat.
I try to talk to you. I try to stop you.
I rub up against.
What is happening? He drank the
I
water.
drank the water from the fountain.
Oh, I'm glad my mouth
Did
is
it
closed.
revert his brain to an earlier time?
Was this the true Cody?
Can I make some?
I had a lot of
check
scones, so I'm
to
gonna
see
start
if
shitting on the lawn.
Can I make some sort of check to see if I can figure out?
Yes,
if
yes,
this is
better out than
permanent?
in.
Yeah, you can make a medicine or an arcana check.
I was going to ask if I could make an Arcana check
Yeah.
to see what it did to him.
I'll do
Oh,
medicine
so
if you want to
okay.
do Arcana.
I'll help you.
May I know the name of this fountain so that when I post about this angrily on my Twitter,
After, later.
It'll come up at after party because none of you tried to like identify or figure out what the fountain was.
Yeah. We just thought
fuck fountains.
it's a water fountain. You drink from water fountains. So
I thought it would be cool to drink a ball of water. That's what I was doing.
This fountain must be from North Dakota.
Yeah.
It's just the
I just thought the exact opposite. I was like, definitely don't drink from the water that has evil crowns coming out of it, but water fountain, fine.
Yeah.
This fountain obviously was built in North Dakota.
Oh, yes.
There you go.
Thank you. Thank you, North Dakota.
your 8.
It's a good thing the bisons lost yesterday.
Are you wearing a North
Cade.
Dakota hat?
Yes.
Okay.
Cade rolled an 8 for his medicine check, which
Okay.
basically tells you and probably has some sort of like food poisoning from contaminated water.
Oh yeah, guys, don't drink the water. This is, this is
22.
some sort of food poisoning.
Will the torment of this weird Feyland never end?
Yeah, after
Coulter, can I make an Arcana check?
We've done everything we could
Trying to do.
to help the people here. Those fools over there arguing about their clotted cream, and the people suffer, and we've helped them, and this is what we get. So I
And
just
she's
kind of
getting all
stomp
riled
around.
up. I'm gonna like start running around her and barking.
So with your 22,
Yes.
you get this whisper inside of you that comes up that says that this is a curse, that it's the effect of an awakened creature interacting with something that is meant to awaken.
I don't know about food poisoning. It seems more like a curse.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I wasn't sold on food poisoning. It just made sense.
No, that would at first blush I would think so as well, but it feels very much like Cody.
You've made me blush a few times. Sorry, continue.
It is temporary.
Okay. You'll feel better soon. It's okay. I'm going to see. I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Does that work?
I'm gonna say yes, because you are, for all intents and purposes, a wild animal.
Okay, I'd do that too.
Cody?
Yes.
Oh,
Are you in distress?
can you put your pants back on, please?
What are pants? No, pants get wet when pee. No like pants.
It's okay. I will bring your pants with us. I have
No,
to-
she's speaking
Oh,
with
you did
animals.
too?
Yeah. Salted.
I love.
I love.
They love each other, and he doesn't like pants right now.
Is he? Is he forming sentences?
Not quite. It's more like impressions. It's I mean, he's speaking, but
How long is it? Is this curse forever?
Jojo,
No,
speak to mate.
no.
Now what's he saying? Why do you have to look on your face?
Jojo love negate.
Blush.
Cody loves solstice. Cody loved Percy. And I'm gonna like tackle Percy.
Just be sure to follow us. This this will go away soon.
No.
It's gonna no?
Stay. And I kind of roll up. I kind of like lay on the grass.
I'll look at Solstice. Like, maybe we need to convince him to come along.
Fireman carry, I guess.
Fun.
You could, from your 22 that you could remove it with a remove curse.
Do I have a curse? Anyone have the ability to remove a curse?
I didn't take that. I didn't
This
take it
is
either.
a curse.
Yeah.
I have dispel magic. That's all I
Get that
got.
as a bard.
Oh God.
We're about to be in for the next 24 hours.
This is going to be difficult. I think we're stuck.
Yep.
Okay. Well, this definitely will at least make me a lot more wary about consuming things in this land. I mean, we're lucky that nothing happened with the scones, but water.
And you all got a benefit from the fruit, at least.
It is literally cleric, paladin, warlock, or wizard. Candlekeep on lock.
Like 4 of us have it.
I was gonna say. Because Benlin, Bo, or Zindi could all know this spell.
And even me, because magical secrets.
Yeah.
There you go.
What do y'all do now? We got Solstice Fireman carrying.
I'm going towards the bridge.
I couldn't figure out how to take off my bracers with my darts in it. I'd just like to point that out. I couldn't figure out how to take them.
So you're like gnawing at them.
Nope, leave those on.
And I did not like the ground. It poked me, so I chucked it.
Can we?
I'll go grab the crown by like looping some rope around it and just drag it.
Okay. Yeah, that works.
Or it'd be really cute if you had it on Cosmo and it just kind of rolled with him.
I want him to get scratched.
No, it's fair. Don't want to hurt the ball.
The bridge is on a bit of an incline. It seems that you can see that there's kind of spots out where you can go into other sections of the garden. And then the top of it leads up to basically like a veranda outside of a grand palace entrance.
Okay.
Well,
Good.
what are we checking out first?
There's that walled off section to the left.
Yeah, let's go look at that.
Maybe go look over there, see what
Yeah.
it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Getting closer to it. Boop, ba-doop, boop, boop, boop. A fragrant rose garden is bordered by a bronze fence. The roses come in a variety of colors, with a few white and black specimens among them. Glistening spider webs cover the rosebuds.
Okay.
In the center of this garden is a statue of a satyr.
Okay. How long has it been since I've been talking with Cody? Not very long.
It's been, you guys just walked across the bridge, so like 3 to 5 minutes.
Okay, so I still have speak with animals up. So I'm going to look for any spiders to talk to.
You don't see any.
Hello?
I would like to make a perception check to sniff everything.
Are you guys going inside so right now you're still outside this?
How high is the wall?
So it's a little bronze fence. It can be stepped over.
Oh, okay. It's just a garden
Mm-hmm.
barrier thing. I'm gonna fly.
Hmm?
I'm like 5 feet off the ground.
So above the bushes?
Is that your shoes?
Fly away from me.
He's going to chase you. That's the problem.
Oh no, is he viewing Percy the toy?
Quite possibly.
Where are you flying to?
I'm gonna head towards that statue.
So you see, as you're going kind of towards the center, towards the statue, there is, in the heart of the rose garden, coiled around the statue of a prancing satyr, holding a set of pipes to his lips, is a thorny vine with 5 roses growing out of it, each one a different color: black, blue, green, red, and white.
Can you make a
Hail.
perception check?
What are you percepting for?
I'm just sniffing to see if there's any other animals or dangers or...
Yes, you can, yeah.
I just won't get anything. It's fine.
Well, no, I'm gauging what would be gotten from scent.
It's okay. It's only 13.
Okay. Yeah, you can smell the rosebuds. You get as much as your mind can process it that these are not spider webs.
Do you still have to speak with animals though?
They smell weird.
Yes.
Weird spiders.
No spiders. There aren't any.
No webs.
No, these are spider webs.
Mm.
They're not. No. And I'll look at them.
Hello?
Then I'll just pee on something.
I bow to the vine being.
Are you going into the...
Yeah, I'm with Percy.
Okay, so he's flying, so you're walking across. As you walk in... It's never on the ground.
You put me down.
Yeah, you said you were sniffing everything. So.
Oh no.
P7!
Dun, dun,
For those of you listening
dun.
on audio, I accidentally revealed a label. 3...
P7.
It was a rather large P7. Very intimidating.
These are what comes out of the ground in earthen cysts.
Oh!
I hate these things.
Enter cat.
Phenomenal.
Coulter has shown us a picture of an ettercap, which are the ugliest D&D creatures.
It looks like a tick.
Yeah, a tick that has 2 claws on each appendage, of which it has 4. And then walrus teeth.
Like
that I think
mandible.
are fangs.
Yeah, fangs, yeah.
They all take threatening postures as they face Percy and Solstice. Is it like...
Hi?
Do they do that to Solstice?
They don't move towards either of them at all, but they
He
do
like kisses and do that? Oh, a dart on that guy.
Go ahead, roll for initiative.
Dang it. I could have done this with
Rip it out your teeth.
He said that as long as it doesn't use intelligence. I guess it's muscle memory?
I think at this point, it probably is.
What did we...
22.
That's the noise they make.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear that. We have a squeaky door going off in the next
I
one.
love it.
3.
Okay, so we have Sully, we have Cody, we have Percy, who's very surprised by what's happened here.
Yeah. I'm trying to keep an eye on Cody to make sure he doesn't run off. Because I don't trust
19.
him.
Right.
I will
and
probably
lastly,
run
Kate.
23.
Ooh. And they have
A number.
Trying to figure out how
36. Gee.
to explain the situation to my non-D&D playing husband later. So out of 20, I went from 6 to 3 intelligence. So it doesn't seem like a lot.
That's a lot.
You can't form comprehensive word. You can't
Yeah.
I can't speak.
Yeah.
unless you have a 4.
Think of it like exponential growth or decay. That's what's happening.
It's
I cut my intelligence score
It
in
went-
half.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, Katie, you're up first.
That's a new nickname.
Yeah, I put you in here
I
as
don't know if we
Caden
like that or not.
for some reason. I don't know why.
You know,
Kate, you're up first.
I just like to be referenced and involved, so I won't complain.
We love you.
Aw.
Can I get a distance measurement to this far
We
back?
can't see.
Yeah, if you
Far back one?
Yeah.
This
From
one, or this
you?
50, 45 feet from either of the far ones.
Excellent.
35 feet from the
As they sprout out of the ground, because I'm over near Cody, I see Cody going for a dart.
Oh yeah, do I get my attack off?
No. Yeah, it's all kind of happening at once.
Okay.
I see how hideously disgusting these things are, and I to myself just go, "Oh, God, that is disgusting." And it would be dissonant whispers. So can I have them make a wisdom save?
Both of them? Or all three of them, or what?
Just one. So
Okay.
just this northmost one.
This one.
Yes. Yes.
Great. Wisdom save?
Yes, please.
Hopefully I haven't been eating the cold fruit. 6.
Fails. So it's going to take 3d6 damage, and then something else happens.
Immediately use its reaction, right? To move its motion away.
Immediately use its reaction. Yep. Move as far as its speed allows away from me. So towards the back of the garden, I guess. I'm guessing. Okay, so it's going to be 13 damage.
Excellent.
As it hears me not silently judging it.
You hear it go and then turn on its heel,
That's a
and
scary
it begins
noise.
climbing the wall to get out of the garden.
Well, that's working.
Oh, they're easily scared. Good to know.
All right, Cody.
Okay. So, do I get my full action, or do I just make the one attack?
We should look this up because I'm honestly not sure. Like,
Well, because I mean, it's my initiative order.
what?
I just meant like I originally just made one attack, but can I take my turn?
Oh, I see. Yeah, you can take your turn.
Okay. I'm assuming I would still get my extra attack.
Yeah, I never had somebody drop to a 3 intelligence before. I was ignoring the 6 a lot of the time, so I don't really know what is supposed to happen with this. So let's for now say that you get your full one, and we'll see if the internet says otherwise.
Because I still have my high wisdom and high charisma. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but like you kind of need the intelligence to be able to use it. Like it's like, you're sending, in my mind, you're sending something through a processor.
If I may add to this conversation,
Please.
there is a discussion about the Feeble Mind spell, which reduces your intelligence to 1, and it specifically says the creature can't cast spells, activate magic items, blah, 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 blah. So
I think that Cody could not cast spells at 3 for sure. But
like
like,
throwing a dart.
yeah, because like that's not activating a magic item. That's like,
and I'm not trying to. I'm just devil's advocating here, but my spells are based off of wisdom, and there are beasts that cast spells with low intelligence. If that's like,
I think that there has to be a consequence.
no, I'm not
That's
saying
where,
I don't need to cast
Yeah.
my spells, but my question is like my favorite foe, which is not a spell, but it's a ranger ability. Could I use that still? Like that's what I'm trying to like. Can I just not use any of my class features, or like?
If I were DMing, I would say no, because what Coulter read said for all intent, like you aren't.
It supersedes
But
everything.
there's animals that throw spines out of their tails. You know what I mean? There's spiders who have lower intelligence that can shoot water jets out of the water.
Right. So you can throw your darts. I'm not DMing. I'm just giving you if I was. I know you would like to Uga and Duga.
It has the muscle memory, and I think it would work on instinctual.
yeah, so I think that kind of what we're looking at is it's animal intelligence. So there's no method for strategizing. I would say spells, and I would put favorite enemy with it, would not be able to be used, but like all of your attacks can be done.
What about my swarm abilities, which is technically a separate creature?
That I think you can still use your swarm
Okay.
because they're acting on your instinct.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So like, I can still use my like extra damage for my swarm.
Yes. Yeah. I'm totally cool with that.
There's also a discussion about the Awaken spell, which specifically says
It's just such a weird situation.
Yeah.
target must either have no intelligence score or an intelligence of 3 or less. So you would not be able to be awakened. So in theory, 4 is kind
Well,
of the cutoff.
I'm
but
at
like,
3, so it's
like
3 or less. Yeah.
I thought you were at 4.
No, I'm
No,
at
the
3.
Oh, so then
I could be awakened.
right. So that means that you don't have the intelligence to function as an awakened person. So you don't have the ability to function as a.
So that means I can't wield weapons.
I don't know.
So I'm fine with the weapons being built because I think that the argument's compelling about like creatures that have spines that shoot them out. It's like,
Well, and like I've spent like
Instinctual.
20 years
Yeah.
honing that skill, so
Right.
it makes sense that I would defend myself that way.
Yeah.
I mean, there's monkeys that throw rocks at people. You know what I mean? Like,
I
okay,
don't know if you're as smart as a monkey.
monkey is an animal.
There's a comparison in here about that. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. After party.
Go ahead.
So my question is, can I sharpshoot?
That would be considered strategy.
Even though it's just really accurate shots.
That's strategy
Okay.
because you're using an ability to do that.
Okay.
It is temporary.
For 24 hours, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
Well, that's
tomorrow.
probably the entirety of this dungeon.
Not necessarily.
No.
I'll need to rest eventually.
I mean, I think I'm gonna recommend camp actually.
Yes.
So it'll be 24 to hit
That'll hit.
for 14 damage, and then a 23 to hit for 12. So altogether 26.
Okay.
Coulter's like, I can't wait to nerf Cody. I'm just kidding. That's what I would be doing. Is it yours? I would be so happy.
My computer's entirely frozen, but I know that it got 26 damage.
26.
Yes.
Would attacking with an offhand be strategy?
No. Okay. Because it's just like you have something at each hand and you're throwing a thing at each hand. So I'm fine with that. We're riding by the seat of our pants. If you find an answer from Wizards of the Coast and we're wrong, let us know in the comments.
Technically, one of my darts does return, but I don't have to activate it. So
Your brain is just like, oh, it's back. This dart like me.
Oh, shiny.
in which case that'll be an additional 9 for my offhand.
So I nerfed you and you're still doing 30.
Yeah, you're real lucky too. A lot of those would have hit with sharpshooter too. So like that's 30 less damage than I would have done.
Okay, so yeah, and like they're fucking eder caps.
I just wanted to one-shot an Ettercap, that's all.
You want to one-shot everything.
Which one were you shooting?
I guess the whichever one hissed at Solstice is
Yeah,
mine.
that's the closest one.
Okay.
Okay, so that's that.
Hooray.
And can
Somebody should make an
tell
animal
me
handling check.
who was next? Because
Oh no.
wait, 19 was next.
I was gonna say
My
probably me.
list is gone.
Unless you're unless they had an initiative higher than 19.
No.
Okay. So then that would be me.
Insult the fuck out of them by turning into a spider and eating them.
I don't know if I want to do that right now. I should still have in my brain. I still have speak with animals up, and so I will shout at them. What are you doing? What's wrong? Just go away.
They like look at each other and look at you and respond back.
They're trying to leave. They're trying to leave. And I will shout that to everybody to hopefully make them hold.
Take an animal handling check.
I'm happy to do that if I need to.
Okay. Go ahead. So on that, we are down. Is anything else on your turn, Delta?
Let's see.
Persuasion.
I was gonna say, no, but you are a person. I'm wondering if I could just cast hold person on Cody.
I have advantage on wisdom saves right now.
I need you to fail your wisdom save. No,
We fucked up.
what? Hold person? I know.
No, what
Oh.
would do to help you with it?
Oh gosh.
Just polymorph me into something more intelligent, like a giant eagle.
There you go. No, because you're for everything your intelligence supersedes everything.
No, if you're polymorph.
Baboon.
Baboon? Yeah.
When you polymorph somebody, their mental stats are replaced.
I can't polymorph you. Not this character. Like Cindy could.
I like when we're all in games and we're like, oh, if only so and so was here.
Right.
Can I pause and switch this character out real quick?
Right. Give me a second. I need Cindy to come help. All right, then I'm going to fuck it. I'm going to try and cast hold person
Yeah,
on Cody just to have
but
him
he's an animal.
stop.
But physically,
He's a person.
It's just,
Oh, wait,
all
wisdom
levels
save.
except for physically.
Wisdom save, please.
I am a wolf.
And I can cast it.
Gina.
no, it's
And hopefully,
fine.
you guys don't think I'm especially solstice.
Well,
It's a 15.
I'm paralyzed.
Just stop.
I
They're
look at
trying to
you
leave.
with hurt in my eyes that you have betrayed me because I have no concept to understand what you were doing except you sided with the Ettercaps who were trying to kill my love.
They're trying to leave.
I reassure you Pat you. It's okay. It's okay.
Trying to leave.
They're trying to leave.
Will bring us to them, who will all use the dash action to get up and over the wall.
What did the vine being do? It just watched us?
As far as you can tell, the vine wasn't a being; it's just a vine of roses.
I thought you said someone was smoking a...
No,
It
it's
was a flute.
there's a
Oh.
satyr with the flute thing, but
The statue.
Oh, that's
has
what
a
the
flute pressed
statue
to its
was.
mouth.
Oh, my bad.
Apologies, yeah.
Okay, I was like,
and the vine is like wrapped around.
okay. I
Got it.
understood
I
that.
feel like there should be a sidebar in this book about what this does to a person because the internet is very mixed.
Yeah, that's what I was like. I can't find anything official. Let me read to you specifically what it says in the book, just real quick.
We can do an after party. I'm sorry. I'm like, I can't find a straight answer either.
They're on like 5 different boards.
The Ettercaps are now over the wall and out of range, and you are out of combat.
Just let them leave.
Well, we can't risk going into the dungeon with Cody in his compromised state.
I'm sorry.
Say we try to spend the rest of the day here.
Well,
You said it was temporary, yes?
Yes, everything that I've at least felt about this curse says that it will stop.
Release me from my
Well, don't run after them. Please. And I'll drop hold person.
And I will immediately run afraid of Jeltra to behind Solstice.
Oh.
Oh, it's all right. She was just trying to protect us all. And pick you up.
Also, it's the
Really?
first time you haven't seen me without my hat on.
So the garden does smell amazing. It's just beautiful. And those roses in the center are like eliciting feel of magic.
ritually detect, identify.
Okay, what are the rest of you doing while he's doing that? We have
I would just play some tunes, see if I can get Cody to calm down.
Set up camp.
And can I look
Maybe-
at the statue? Investigate the
okay,
statue.
so I'll have the two of you. Where are you setting up camp?
In this rose garden.
Although I worry about Cody said that these were not spider webs. Do those things make webs? Is that what those were?
Yes, perhaps you're right. Maybe this is their home. I guess maybe I'll make camp like around this tree right here.
I mean, should we go back to the pavilion since we know that that's safe from the time?
I can't bear to listen to those fools, but if you
No,
feel that
that's I understand that.
I also don't know if we should bring Cody back there to them.
That's true.
That's fine.
Oh, that's a good point.
You guys keep saying his name, so every time you say Cody, he looks at you, except for Jeltra.
I'm feeding you little bites of something.
I have all the food.
We have rations.
Oh, and you dropped your clothes and everything.
So Solstice
she
has
does.
it. He's got
No, I just
everything.
mean like I'm always the one creating crickets for everyone to eat.
Hopefully we have some rations.
You all haven't eaten rations since you got here,
I
so
was gonna say I've been feeding us the entire time.
there are rations, little sausages and dry crackers and things you can feed him.
Good.
What are you doing to examine the statue?
I will try and move some of the vines off of it just to see if I can get a better idea of what it looks like unencumbered by vines.
It is fantastically detailed, and it appears to be like an incredibly lifelike statue of a satyr in the midst of playing a tune.
Can I
There is a stone wineskin hanging from his waist.
use Druidcraft to make the vines fall off or move off of him?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'd like to do that.
And as you do that, the roses kind of untangle as you're still identifying them. So Percy kind of follows them to the ground. as you-
Sorry.
It's fine.
Cody, sorry, Percy, you find that these are chromatic roses. Each of them has a power within itself that you can access after having plucked them.
Do I know what those powers are?
The black rose, while it is held, it gains a harmless visual effect as indicated on the table.
Yay!
Where at the table? We'll find out. While holding this rose by its stem, you gain resistance to acid damage if you take more than 10 damage of acid from a single source. After applying the resistance, the rose disintegrates and you take no damage instead.
Did one of the roses remove curses?
We'll let him pick.
So patient.
For.
As an action, you can blow the petals from the rose to produce a 20-foot cone of acid. Each creature within the cone must make a con save, taking 3d10 acid damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. This property also destroys the rose. The blue basically has the same properties, but with lightning. The green, same properties, but with poison.
Okay.
The red, same properties, but with
Fire! Woo!
and the white, same properties, but with ice.
That is really cool.
So you just became a full caster.
Is it a thing where as soon as we take them off, we have to use them right then?
No.
Or they'll just
We can hold on
subsist
to
until
it?
we use them?
From your spell, they will just subsist until they're used.
Percy, can I have one? Any of them, I don't care which one.
Yeah. Oh, pick one. Pick one. Okay.
What color was the acid one?
Black.
The black one's pretty.
I'll just offer one to everyone, but I will give 2 to Solstice. Say for Cody when he comes back.
When he's Cody,
I try and eat the
When he
roses
Cody's-
and putting it away.
No.
they
I,
each,
out of my pocket, pull a leash that I had tied. Just kidding.
How does Cosmo rolling around?
You what?
How does Cody feel about Cosmo
So
rolling around?
even with the feeble mind spell, it says you recognize your friends and allies.
Okay.
So like I would still know
You
that
would know
that's
that-
a friend.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I know who you people are, and that's why Jeltra casting a spell on me was so helpful. So I don't understand why she did that.
Okay.
I'm really sorry you had to go through my next.
And she wouldn't let me kill the bad Spider-Man.
the bad Spider-Man.
Spider Tick Man.
You mean Bane? Or sorry, what's his name?
Venom.
Venom.
Or Carnage.
I mean, to be fair, there are several symbiotes with several different names. So like one of them could be Bane. I don't remember one, but there's a lot of
Well, now
weird
that the
names.
multiverse is a thing.
It's like
Yes, Holger was
revenge.
talking about the little known symbiote Bane.
Well, like one's named Scream, and there's like Carnage, Revenge.
Okay, Appendix A. So, as you pick them, visually, the black one appears to drip acid.
Ooh.
The blue one crackles with lightning. The green issues a cloud of gas from it. The red becomes wreathed in flame, and the white is covered in frost.
I wonder what the maintenance is on these kinds of trees. Is it botany or is it magic?
Once the last rose is picked, the vine perishes.
Oh,
No. Can I try and revive
let's
it?
not do that again.
You can.
Okay. I'd like to try and no.
I believe in you both, Jeltra.
Which one do you want?
Take the lightning one. The lightning one, and I'll give him the poison one.
You're gonna poison
I'm
yourself
not
if you eat
giving
it.
it to you yet, but I'll hold that to it.
I will take. What do I usually have? I have other stuff. I will take ice. So the white rose.
You said it's 3D.
3d10.
3D.
3d10.
Do I
Holy
get
wow.
the sense that it is biology that sustains these trees, or is magic or fire?
The rose bushes, all of them seem to be temporarily frozen. So they are all just beautifully glistening under the spider webs. Or rather, ettercap webs. All right.
Alright, so I would say we hang out until the effects of his curse wear off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did I get a sense of how long it would take, or just that it's
Yeah,
temporary?
you think, based on previous knowledge of this kind of thing, roughly 24 hours.
Okay.
Question. When she originally had checked the fountain, right, you had said that it has the effect of a reverse awakening. But does that mean...
So she was going for the curse, she didn't go for the fountain. So we don't know, unless somebody goes back to it, we don't know anything about it.
Yeah. I was trying to figure out what happened to you.
So yeah, just looking at the curse. And it seems that you've been reverse awakened.
Sleeping.
Dang.
Just maybe.
We don't know this.
Percy doesn't think about that stuff.
Nope.
I might come back with even more intelligence than I started with.
Was
Can we
there
break the fountain?
Is there anything else that y'all are doing in the rose garden?
He comes back with a 10 intelligence. He's like, I feel very foolish.
last thing is I would like to inspect, not touch, but inspect the spider webs that are between them.
Go ahead and make a nature.
Sorry, I'm trying to also add those roses to my, or the rose to my list here.
Well, she does that.
Where are we setting up camp?
By the where you guys are by the tree.
14.
14 for the
Nature.
you from seeing the ettercaps when they got real scared squirted. So you can tell that this is webs from.
Oh, you guys made me square.
Oh, you guys made me web.
And you were saying once you doing that.
I'm gonna go examine this axe thing because it's just conspicuous.
Sure.
I'd play fetch with you.
I want to go with Percy. I
Oh,
indicate.
all right.
A gleaming great axe is embedded in a withered tree stump near a bend in the stream.
Okay.
Don't pee on it.
I'm gonna ritually cast detect magic and prepare to be blinded.
Detect.
Okay, where are you looking when you cast it?
When I first cast, I'm focusing on the axe.
It is magic.
As he starts to cast it, I would like to try and sleight of hand to playfully steal it and run off with it.
The axe?
Staring
Yeah,
directly.
what is your strength score?
My strength is only 8.
As you
Nope,
reach,
10.
as you reach out to grab it, it doesn't move at all. It just stays implanted.
I get bored. I wander off.
Where are you wandering?
Southeast.
Oh, God.
Okay, yeah, you can walk right across the river.
Gonna spend way too long trying to drink the river water.
As soon as it's removed, it becomes water again.
No, but I mean like an animal.
Oh, I see.
Faced in
Yes.
the water.
It is chewy.
Chewy water.
So getting it, you can get a mouthful to start to chew it, and as soon as your head goes away from the river, it just turns into water in your mouth.
Do you end up grabbing a fish out of the water?
No, but I do choke a lot.
So it is magic.
Okay.
Was anybody else doing anything right then? I'm sorry.
No.
What school of magic is it giving off?
It is a magic weapon.
Okay.
So either abjuration or transmutation, depending.
Yeah, so murmur.
So is this?
Yes.
Do you wanna this is magic.
Oh. I try to pick it up.
What is your strength score?
45.
I'd be over there with
16, like he said.
It seems like a wiggle, but it will not come out.
Can I help?
Perhaps some help?
Can I just grab Solstice's leg and pull on Solstice's leg?
Once the three of you work together, it slides loose. This just tumbles back on top of both of you.
Oh, sorry, Chops.
I run up and start licking everybody on the decided because it looks like we're playing.
You are now in possession of a woodcutter's axe.
Great.
You've
It's
been
magic.
licked by me.
I look over at the stream like I'm gonna jump in it, take a bath, and I'm like, I feel weird.
And Cody came back over. And you have a woodcutter's axe.
If we're taking the time, and
Huh?
we're taking 24 hours, right? I'm gonna identify this. I have like everything in this fucking glade.
Okay, so starting with the woodcutter's axe, it is a +1 great axe. When you use the axe to make an attack against a plant, either an ordinary plant or a creature with a plant type, or a wooden object that isn't being worn or carried, the attack deals an extra 2d6 damage.
Interesting.
And it is magical.
Would have been nice when we were fighting that shambling mound back at.
What else are you identifying?
I already did the thingies. The henge. Yeah, I'll do the fountain.
Okay, so the fountain is a font of awakening. You learn that any beast that drinks from it gains the benefits of the awaken spell. Any humanoid that drinks from it or bathes in its waters must make an intelligence save on a fail save, dropping to 3 for 24 hours. And you confirmed that any magic that would end a curse ends this effect on the creature immediately.
What does their intelligence have to be? Oh, sorry.
It affects beasts in that way.
Okay.
Humanoids receive the effect that Cody received.
So I couldn't drink from it and go the opposite direction.
No. I like that this inadvertently just bought you guys time to be like, what is everything? What's going on? What else would you like to know?
I mean, are we gonna explore more over here?
I think I like the fact that there's this clearing here. I know that we were trying to make camp near the roses.
Did you want to know about the standing stones or leave those for now?
If I can do it again, yeah.
I mean, you can do it every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, and I'd like blah, blah, I can't speak. I would like to help, or at least.
Well, I did Arcana last time, so I'm actually doing Identify now. So this is
Okay.
different. I don't have
Well,
to
then
roll.
I'd like to do an Arcana check on the.
Oh, which ones?
'Cause how did you roll, Fairy?
I got like a 13, I think.
Okay.
13 or 14.
I might do an Arcana check on the standing stones while he's trying to identify.
Great, go ahead.
15. Not much more.
It's teleportation circle. The runes carved into them are its address.
Oh,
Mm,
this looks like it's a bit. I'm nervous because I don't know if I'm correct or not.
With your spell, you find out that you can only access this teleportation circle as provided that the teleportation spell has been cast somewhere in the Feywild.
okay. I'm still gonna write the sigil down.
Sure.
The sequence. Is there anything else that looks magical?
With which you would have had to drop detect magic to identify, right? Or
Yeah.
you can have them. Okay. I mean,
I mean, he's got 24 hours, so you can ritually cast
yeah,
back and
over
forth.
and over. Nothing-
Actually, once detect magic counts. How would that work? Regardless.
Well, identify is not concentration, so
Right.
you could concentrate on detect magic, but the ritual of identify
Would
it would run
detect,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
And just back to back.
the statue in the rose garden is magical.
Oh, what's that do?
Are you identifying it?
Yep.
It is a petrified creature.
Oh. That's not okay. Well, that's a creature.
Oh,
Petrified.
Like
satyr.
petrified.
Do we?
I mean, he doesn't look terrible. Well,
Ow.
the other petrified.
I don't know.
Greater restoration, which we don't have.
Poor chap.
I'm so sorry.
It's not the goat from that we saved, is it?
It's definitely a satyr.
No, but it's not the satyr we saved from
No.
Bavlorna.
No.
Okay.
This person doesn't look.
I was gonna say that was another satyr, right?
No, it was sexy
Wandering-
satyr that you wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you-
All satyrs are kind of sexy.
As you wander kind of around the garden, on the opposite side of the pool from where Solstice had the encounter with the hand, you see a very pale elf playing a sad tune. Piccolo.
What?
Hello?
Oh. Hello.
Cody is naked. Guys make Cody put pants on?
I tried.
Try it. Just rip them back off. Are you okay?
Oh, shit. The computer's fighting me a lot tonight. Apologies.
Oh
Damn you, computer. Damn you!
no. They're fighting back.
Yes, I've just come on some hard times. But nothing I would want to bother all of you with.
We got time,
Happy to
right?
help if we can. If you need help.
I would not bother you with my unnecessary.
Can I do that dog thing where they like come and put their head in your lap? And
Don't mind him. I know he's naked, but
Without really kind of like seeming to see what's happening, he just strokes Cody's head as he looks wistfully off into the distance.
into the middle distance.
All right. I mean, we got like a little while before he turns back to normal. So
He's perfectly normal. I'm like,
Oh God. Okay, no, that's fine.
Jojo approaches like growling.
No.
why aren't you normal? What's wrong with you, good elf man?
I
Oh, man.
For a woman, maybe that's the problem.
do not make deals with hags.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
no.
yeah.
Amen.
Yeah.
That's
Kind of our whole Razanetra.
what we're trying to kill a bunch of them. What did they do to you or take from you or give you? Or any, I don't know, there's a lot of things that they can do.
It was my own fault. I was not clear with my wording.
No, you were probably pretty clear with your wording. I think they tend to twist it around to their advantage.
His pale blue skin and black hair all looks almost withered in a way as he returns to his somber tune on his flute.
I'll take.
And go ahead.
I was gonna say I'll take my flute out and see if I can match what he's playing.
He says, as he kind of lets you take over the tune, he tells you his tale. How he came to Bavlorna to help him forget all of his lost loves. They struck a deal. When it came time for him to pay up, Octavia refused to give Bavlorna what she wanted. In return, Octavian's still beating heart was taken from him as punishment. She switched out
I
Octavian's
stop.
heart for a goat's heart so that he would not die,
Whoa.
and it left him unable to love.
As he's talking about his heart, there's a bit of a stop or like yeah. I'm like
I turn to you two after he finishes. I turn to you two and I go, "How do we do this?"
Good sir,
Yes.
do you
Have you ever performed surgery?
like on yourself before?
Just what was done. And he shifts over his tunic so you can see the heart beating.
Oh, it's just
Oh,
sitting
may
there.
I?
Oh, that's a thing.
I mean,
That is what you require. A life with no love.
no,
It's not.
that's no, that's not. Hold on.
Hold on.
Maybe we should show him the other heart first.
You're an animal. You know what? We've done some pillaging and some foraging, and I have come across something. And I go into the waistcoat of holding and I pull out the beating heart.
You take the lint off of it.
pick off the little crumbs that gathered.
It's just been sitting in your pocket for weeks.
The pocket of holding.
Wasn't it a used waistcoat of holding too?
We got the waistcoat
Oh,
of holding
no.
after we got the heart, so it spent some time in just a normal pocket.
It's also quite possible there's glitter in there.
Yeah, it was very cold.
Be still.
Oh, I'm just kidding.
And he takes your hand and brings it,
The heart. The one with the heart.
and he brings it to his chest until he holds the hearts together. And there's a glowing warmth as the chill from the heart recedes. And you come away with a goat's heart.
Does it keep beating?
Yes.
Damn.
It does.
Yes.
So now we need to find the goat that's missing its heart.
I'm glad we
But
can
I
help,
think
but
the
this one
goat's
is
just
distracting.
dead.
There's an aura of abjuration magic around the heart.
What? Hold. Can I?
Is it shining?
Can I have?
Do you want me-
Like, how big is the heart in comparison
Would
to
you like-
Percy?
Right, it's like that.
Would you like me to hold it, Percy? I can hold it. I'll turn it, and then you can grab from the sides. You get used to the beating.
It's almost comforting.
It becomes comforting.
I look over at Cosmo, who is like made of metal and doesn't have a heart. I'm like, it's so much simpler that way.
Okay. So to be fair, I'm thinking of my dogs.
Oh no! Hold person.
Can I jump up and sleight of hand the goat heart and just run off?
You can't sleight of hand it?
No, I just meant like
Like,
snatch it.
Yeah, go ahead and roll
Solstice, stop him.
what's the word? A contested check.
What am I rolling?
So this one will be between Percy and Cody as he's trying to take the heart from Percy.
Well, and I would
Can
also
I-
have tried to stop him if he
Yeah, can I-
left from my side.
Assist or something, Hank?
Oh
Because
my
I'm trying
gosh.
to get
What am I
it
doing?
first.
That's not a sleight of. You don't do a sleight of hand.
Yeah, it's gonna
I
be
will-
sleight of hand.
Oh,
wouldn't
what's
it?
a sleight of hand?
No, he said I could test the
Okay,
check.
give me like a reflex
Oh,
check,
okay.
just like a straight dex save. To see if you're fast enough to grab it.
Step.
We're gonna make this a real complicated series of rolls and go down because everything's happening at once.
12.
Okay, so go ahead and roll your own dex save.
Dex check or dex save?
Dex save.
Okay. So I rolled dex check 21, so I had to just add 2.
Oh, is mine a throw or a check?
I was gonna make it a saving throw.
Oh, mine. Okay, so then mine is 15.
Okay, so you're not fast enough to grab him.
I was gonna say mine would be 24.
So
Oh,
now the two of you can make contested dex checks.
Checks.
Yes.
Can I
Shit.
assist Percy somehow? Because I obviously am trying to give it to
Oh, it's
Percy.
fine. It's fine. We're good. I got a 1. I rolled a 1.
Oh, thank
See if
God.
you roll one too.
Dex check.
It's like slow-mo, you leaping through the air.
Now,
Oh!
Okay.
Oh, 1 and a nat 20. That's impressive. So yeah, as you were going through the air, Percy moves it another way just in time as you go tumbling past him into a roll on the ground.
Into the lake.
You just
probably-
kind of like sit and slowly start sinking into the dough of the water. It never covers you. You just kind of indent on it.
It's like a beanbag.
Back.
Whereas I feel like you ended up taking it out of Nicade's hand. So you're trying to help. You're like, ah! You take it completely.
what?
The result of your identifying is that if you eat more than half of the heart, you gain the benefit of a potion of invulnerability.
Wow.
Which is having all damage.
Oh,
Cool.
It's install damage for 1 minute.
It's kind of sleeping. You're not really in.
I tell everyone that.
Oh.
I think while that is very disgusting, we should probably also keep it just in case.
I
The solstice of
I
vegetarian?
must repay you, for I can feel joy and sorrow once more.
Can you do magic?
He takes his pipes and hands them to you.
is what?
Pipes.
Oh,
That his little two flute that he was playing. They are pipes of haunting.
Huh?
You must be proficient with wind instruments. They have 3 charges, so you can use an action to play them and expend 1 charge to create an eerie, spellbinding tune. Each creature within 30 feet of you that hears you play must succeed a wisdom save or become frightened of you for 1 minute.
excellent.
Do you have woodwinds?
I have a small flute that I've never really, or a pan flute, and then I just play my.
Fantastic.
I'm just straight on dog at the beach digging water out of the lake, the pond. He's just like scooping it.
As you get it like behind you, it becomes water as it leaves the bank.
But does the water, if he flings it, so it's once it leaves the boundary of the bank?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's like you can lift it up. If it stays there, it stays in that moldy
Okay.
form. But as soon as it gets off, it is water. After that, he hugs each of you, and he is excited to return to the inn at the end of the road, where he can see his last love and hopefully make amends with Cool.
Good luck to you.
Wait, what?
The old lady from the inn at the end of the road, the walking inn.
Oh,
That's his last love.
aw.
Once I find a way out of this,
Do we know how to?
my heart.
No.
Do we know
We
how to get
will
out of
get
here?
you back
Good
there.
luck, sir.
The cranes dropped us off over there. Maybe there's something in that direction. And there's scones. There's,
Oh, I could use a scone.
although
I haven't enjoyed anything for years, let alone food.
I'll point him towards the veranda or the pavilion.
Just make sure you dip them both at the same time.
He skips off merrily across the pond and towards the veranda, or towards the pavilion.
So
Now, in the large mud puddle I've made on the side of the pond, I'm going to just absolutely cover myself in mud.
Excellent.
I'll start setting up camp right here.
As you all set up camp on the banks of the river, the lovely scent of wildflowers and blooming trees around you, you will be able to rest for 24 hours so that when we return, we shall be restored. And that's where we're going to end tonight.
Hopefully nothing bad happens in the next 24 hours inside that castle.
We'll see. Tick tock, tick tock.
No.
Thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We had a great, fun time going in some directions that I don't think any of us expected. Whether you're listening on YouTube, podcast, or wherever
You can
live plays their soul, please feel free to like, subscribe, or comment. We're always happy to hear from everybody. If you haven't checked out our Discord, that's another way to communicate with us, as well as our Patreon, where we'll be talking about some of the events of the episode afterwards. And speaking of the Patreon, thank you so much to the patrons who have supported us. We really appreciate you guys doing that. Sparky, Dossivid, Daniel, Rio's Mom, Alistair, Sean, Rockelman, Death's Grasp, Eric Fox, Meepo, Dream Lover, Duke Relin, and Taku Arcana. And with that, we will come up with the tagline.
Eventually.
Eventually.
See y'all in a half hour.